In a meeting with Karachi Chamber of Commerce and industry members, Finance Minister Ishaq Dar has reiterated that Pakistan will not default.
कुछ लोगों को शौक है कि वो डेट्स देते रहते हैं। पिछले मैं 1 साल से देख रहा हूँ कि फलां महीने में डिफ़ॉल्ट हो जाएगा, फलां महीने में इतनी देर 2 महीने रहेंगे, 3 महीने रहेंगे। उनको शर्म आनी चाहिए। यानी यू शुड बी वेल विशर टू योर कंट्री एंड यू शुड बी लॉयल एंड टू योर सॉइल। तो बल्कि ये बजाय लोगों को उम्मीद देने के और उनको तसल्ली देने के और उनको हम अभी भी नई प्रोडिक्शन अक्टूबर की आ गई। खुदा का खौफ करो यार। आई एश्योर यू पाकिस्तान इज अ सॉल्वेंट कंट्री। पाकिस्तान इज ट्रिलियंस ऑफ डॉलर्स ऑफ एसेट्स। अगर हमारी 100 बिलियन के एक्सटर्नल डेट है तो हमारे पास एसेट्स भी हैं। आप पे एक एसेट जो ये आपका जो गैस पाकिस्तान का इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है, इट इज अ लोन $40 to $50 billion, 50% ऑफ डेट। तो हमें घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है। बिजनेस में भी आ जाता है, घर में भी आ जाता है। तो उन चीज़ों को तो आप इग्नोर नॉट हेल्पिंग द कंट्री। और अब मुझे अफसोस है कि अगर ये एटीट्यूड है कुछ सूडो इंटेलेक्चुअल्स का, बाहर वाले तो सेटल हो गया। आई थिंक दे हैव सेटल्ड अर्लियर देन। अब वहाँ कोई नहीं कह रहा कि जी पाकिस्तान डिफॉल्ट करेगा, बल्कि MD IMF ने आपने देखा होगा 6-7 हफ्ते पहले स्टेटमेंट दी कि पाकिस्तान विल नॉट डिफॉल्ट।
Due to falling vegetable prices in global markets, Pakistan earned a meager amount despite exporting a record quantum of 1.035 million tons in the first 9 months of the current fiscal year. Pakistan fetched $235 million from vegetable exports compared to $240 million from over 675,000 tons in the corresponding period last year. In the last 5 years, vegetable exports have shown a brisk trend, while consumers have, on many occasions, paid higher prices for various greens due to demand and supply gaps, crop failures, and expensive imports from various countries. The Asian Development Bank is considering supporting the development of some of the required transmission lines through a $250 million loan to the Power Transmission Strengthening Project in Pakistan. The project aims to support the government's agenda to deploy sufficient, reliable, clean and cost-effective energy for sustainable economic growth by expanding the high-voltage transmission network in the northern areas of the country to ensure grid stability, energy security, and increased transmission capacity to evacuate additional clean hydropower to the grid, addressing the issue of high generation cost and demand-supply gap. It will also help reduce transmission losses in the project area by replacing the old transmission lines, supporting the prioritized government reform of the state-owned enterprises by enhancing the institutional, financial management, system operation, and project management capacity of the National Transmission and Dispatch Company. President Joe Biden signed a bill that suspends the United States government's $31.4 trillion debt ceiling, averting what would have been a first-ever default with just 2 days to spare. The House of Representatives and the Senate passed the legislation this week after Biden and the House of Representatives Speaker Kevin McCarthy reached an agreement following tense negotiations. The Treasury Department had warned it would be unable to pay all its bills on Monday if Congress had failed to act by then. In a bid to address falling oil prices and a potential supply surplus, Saudi Arabia plans to implement a new voluntary production cuts as part of an OPEC Plus agreement. According to a Reuters report, the group, which includes OPEC and Russia, reached a new deal after lengthy discussions with existing output agreements expected to be maintained for 2023 and additional cuts considered for 2024. The details regarding the timing and the extent of Saudi Arabia's cuts, as well as the overall reduction by OPEC Plus, remains unclear. The potential additional cuts could amount to 1 million barrels per day on top of existing cuts. The move aims to stabilize oil prices, which have been affected by concerns about global economic growth and demand. If approved, the total volume of reductions would reach 4.66 million barrels per day, equivalent to about 4.5% of global demand. The decision could have a significant impact on oil prices as OPEC Plus accounts for approximately 40% of the world's crude oil production.